Welcome to Module 7. In this module, we'll look at movement through a physiology lens, not as exercise routines or intensity goals, but as everyday patterns that influence how we generate and use energy. We'll explore how muscle supports glucose handling, how movement affects fatigue and focus, and why even small amounts of activity throughout the day can shape metabolic stability. The goal is to understand how movement fits into your overall energy system in a practical, sustainable way. In this module, we'll look at how different types of movement support your energy system. We'll start by distinguishing between frequent movement and structured exercise, since they influence the body in different ways. We'll then explore the signals muscles release when they're active and how those signals shape energy production and overall metabolic health. You'll learn how the timing of movement can affect focus, digestion, and comfort throughout the day. We'll also discuss how strength training builds the physical capacity that supports long-term health. And finally, we'll talk about why movement feels easier on some days than others, and how sleep, stress, and fueling contribute to that variability. Frequent movement and structured exercise support the body in different ways, and understanding that difference changes how most people think about being active. Frequent movement is what keeps your system online throughout the day. Even light activity, standing, stretching, walking for a minute or two, wakes up muscle tissue and prevents the slowdown that happens when we sit for long stretches. These small breaks keep energy steadier and make it easier for your body to handle glucose from meals. Exercise, on the other hand, builds capacity. It strengthens muscle, supports stamina, and improves cardiovascular health. But a single workout can't fully offset many hours of sitting, which is why frequent movement carries so much metabolic weight. The easiest way to think about it is this. Frequent movement keeps your engine idling smoothly, and exercise builds a stronger engine. Both matter, and they work best together, not in place of each other. When muscles contract, they release small proteins called myokines. These molecules act as messengers between muscle and the rest of the body. Some myokines help muscle cells absorb glucose more easily, which improves glucose sensitivity and contributes to steadier energy after meals. Others support the growth and resilience of mitochondria, the parts of our cells that produce energy, helping the body respond more efficiently to daily demands. Movement also creates a temporary anti-inflammatory effect, which is part of why even gentle activity can improve how you feel mentally and physically. Many myokines also interact with the brain, influencing focus, stress tolerance, and mood. These benefits aren't reserved for long workouts. They begin the moment muscle tissue is activated, which is why movement in small doses throughout the day has such a powerful impact. The timing of movement changes the way it feels and how the body responds to it. Our internal rhythms make us naturally more alert earlier in the day, which is why morning or midday activity often improves clarity, motivation, and mental focus. Movement after meals also influences comfort and digestion. Light activity can help reduce the heaviness or sluggishness that sometimes follows eating and can make energy feel more stable in the hours that follow. Evening movement can be beneficial, but high-intensity activity too close to bedtime may make it harder for the body to settle and transition into sleep. Understanding how timing interacts with your natural rhythm makes it easier to choose movement that feels supportive rather than draining. Strength training offers benefits that go far beyond strength itself. When you challenge a muscle with resistance, whether that's a weight, a band, or your own body weight, the fibers adapt. They become stronger, more coordinated, and more capable of using energy efficiently. Muscle is one of the body's main sites for storing and using glucose. The more muscle you maintain, the easier it is for your body to handle the glucose from meals and to keep energy from swinging sharply throughout the day. This is one of the reasons strength training supports steadier energy and clearer thinking over time. It also plays a major role in protecting bone density, supporting posture, and making daily movements feel easier and more controlled. Many people notice they feel more physically capable and more stable in their bodies as strength builds, even with slow, gradual progress. These benefits don't require heavy lifting or complex routines. They come from giving muscles a challenge that is appropriate for you and allowing them to rebuild stronger over time. Movement doesn't feel the same every day, and there are clear physiological reasons for that. When sleep is limited, the body has less available energy and a less efficient response to physical activity. Muscles may feel heavier, and the threshold for fatigue is lower. This isn't a lack of motivation. It's a real change in how well your body can produce and use energy. Stress also plays a role. When stress is high, the body shifts more of its resources towards short-term survival. This can make higher intensity movement feel harder and can slow recovery. Gentler movement often feels more supportive on these days. Fueling is another important factor. Muscles need available energy from food, and when intake is low, whether intentionally or unintentionally, movement can feel harder, weaker, or less coordinated. Noticing these patterns can help you match movement to what your body can comfortably manage. This kind of flexibility supports consistency over time, without pushing past what feels reasonable on any given day. Integrating movement into your day doesn't require a strict routine, but it does help to build a few habits that reliably get your body moving. Brief pauses from sitting throughout the day keep your body from drifting into long stretches of stillness. Standing, stretching, or taking a short walk can help maintain alertness and prevent that gradual sense of heaviness that builds with prolonged sitting. A few minutes of movement after meals can make the post-meal period feel more energetic. This can be as simple as walking around your home, stepping outside for some fresh air, or tidying up your space. Anything that gently keeps you active for a few minutes. Including strength work once or twice a week, or more, gives your body the reserve it needs to feel more capable in everyday life. Resistance bands, bodyweight exercises, or light weights are enough to help muscles adapt and become more resilient over time. And on days when energy is low or time is limited, choosing even a small form of physical activity, a stretch, a few steps, or a brief mobility routine, helps keep your overall pattern in place. These small decisions accumulate and create a sense of consistency in how you move throughout the week. Movement supports your energy system through small signals repeated throughout the day. You don't need long or intense workouts to see benefits. Using your muscles more often helps your body produce and use energy more efficiently. Strength work adds another layer by building the capacity that makes daily tasks feel easier and supports long-term physical health. You don't need strict routines, but consistent movement throughout the day can improve energy, support clearer thinking, and benefit your overall health.